begin firstly in our Tadasana. So just taking palms to face forward, closing down the eyes, just for a few moments, grounding down through your feet, just taking a slight bend through the knees, just so you're not locking out. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And if you like, sighing out of the mouth. And again, a nice deep breath in through the nose. And sighing out of the mouth. Just slightly tilt the chin forward so you can find that extension through the spine and the neck. Lifting up through your toes and then just pressing down. So then what you'll tend to notice is a lifting through the center part of the feet. The feet acting like suction cups. So as mentioned, today we'll begin with a little bit of Qigong. So Qigong is both Tai Chi and Kung Fu martial arts. Not that we'll be doing any martial arts, it's very centering. So Chinese medicine. And this is just to get our Qi or prana flowing. And then we carry on with our Yin. Just feeling the feet gripping down. Noticing the legs and the feet really rooted, or the feet really rooted into the ground. I'm going to envision we're much like a tree. So the legs are acting like a trunk, really stable and grounded. And I'm going to gently just open the eyes. I'm going to take the hands just in front of the body, so the palms are facing upwards, so around the hip region. So this is called the Wuji stance, the bear. So we're going to bend through the knees. You're going to notice just now the stability that you feel from the hips all the way down to the feet. So if you notice, if you begin to, rock the upper part of the body from the hips downwards, you'll notice the body locking in, and the upper part of the body is free. That's kind of what you're looking for in this stance. So you'll notice at this point, also the core is engaged. Again, not forgetting to tilt that chin forward. So palms facing upwards. Just relax the arms. Closing the eyes if you like, just for a few moments longer. So really just noticing your feet connecting with the earth. I'm going to begin nice and slowly. Just opening up through the arms as we would in our regular yoga. So on the inhale, taking the arms all the way out beside the body. But when we get to the top, we're just going to swirl the hands just gently. So we're collecting chi. And then we're going to wash it down the body. So then again, taking the hands, as we did before, from here on your exhale, pushing down. So pushing down all the way down to where we began. So then flipping the palms again to face upwards. We inhale as we gather chi, reaching up, arms up overhead, swirling. So staying with the breath, really feeling it and envisioning. And then gently on your exhale again, so palms facing downwards, we begin to push down, washing over the face, down the midline, all the way down again at the first position in your standing posture. Again, flipping the palms up, we inhale. You may want to close the eyes, swishing around above the head, collecting chi or good energy. So envisioning that, collecting that energy to balance out the chakras or the meridians, as you call it in Chinese medicine. And on your exhale, pushing down in front of the body, washing over the face, through all of our chakras, all the way to the root. So flipping the palms again. So inhale, reaching the arms, swirling around at the top. With your own breath, on your exhale, pushing down, so washing over the face, down through your center line. In our first position, continuing on, so we inhale, open the heart. Well done. Again, circling at the top, gently floating the hands down. So nice and slow in front of the face, palms downwards, pushing all the way down. And 2 more times, so we'll inhale all the way up, gathering up the energy, swishing. And let's exhale as we wash over the body, over the face, down our center line. To our first position. Again, palms facing upwards. Just grounding down again, bending through the knees so you're really stable. So we're working on balancing out the energies. So again, making sure that you're nice and flexible up the top, grounding down through the legs, so they're like trunks supporting the body. So on your inhale, we're going to reach the palms up this time, so all the way up towards the heart, and then on your exhale, pushing it down, and nice and slow, all the way back down to that wuji. Again, so we inhale as we draw energy up, exhale as we push it down. Again, inhale as we scoop, pushing up towards the heart. Exhale, pushing it down. And again, so inhale. Just go with your rhythm of your breath, whatever feels good for you. Exhale, pushing down. Really concentrate on just balancing out the energies. Remember, ground down through the feet, really supporting the body. So we inhale, lifting up, and exhale. And we're just going to go one arm this time, so finding our first position again, so palms facing upwards. We ground down through the feet. Just relax through the shoulders, the hips, relax. Just ground down through the feet, bend the knees. I'm just going to take one arm at a time this time. So we're going to start with the left. So on your inhale, just taking the left arm out beside the body, all the way up to above the head, and just gently down our center line with that left hand meeting all the way down and meeting that in the first position. So opposite side, nice and slow with control. We inhale, reach right arm all the way up, so with control. So you're really working the core as well, down our center line, all the way down until we come to that first position. And just finding your grounding, starting with the left again. So inhale, nice and slow, slowly as we raise, we ground down with the feet. Exhale down our center line. So first position, opposite side. So make it nice and flowing. We inhale. And we exhale down our center line. Nice and slow. And again to left side, inhale. Making the movements nice and slow. So you'll notice you're still engaging the muscles of the body. Down our center line. Once more to the right. All the way up. And down our center line. And then coming back to our first position, our Wuji. And then we'll gently just find our Tadasana just for a moment. So you may want to take feet together, relax through the shoulders. Palms facing forward. So it's said in Chinese medicine, even just those short exercises help balance out the chakras or meridians and just get our circulation going. So we're going to come down now onto our mat. So we are going to work again on the immune system. So either Janu Shirshasana, so we're either taking that right leg out. You can sit up on a blanket if you like. We're going to fold forward. So it's either this version or sitting on that left heel. So if you're doing it this way, you're going to be working on the lymph nodes, stimulating the lymph nodes a little bit more than this way. That's completely up to you. So whatever version you're in. So flexing that right foot, and we'll all begin by, on your inhale, lifting up through the arms, and then on your exhale, folding forward. So just taking your time. So remember with yin, you can take your bolster, blocks under the hand, but we only ever want to come in at maybe 50% to begin with. And then over the next 2 to 3 minutes, just allow yourself to ease in. So we're working on stimulating the movement of the lymphatic fluid through to the nodes, the lymph nodes. So we do have one in the groin area where we're compressing at the moment. And this will help just detox the body. It'll help move and remove any pathogens or toxins. And the only way that we can move lymphatic fluid is by movement of the body. So it doesn't work like the heart where it's pumped around. So just remember to, if you find it's too intense with that left knee bend, just come into the modified version. You can always take a blanket under the right knee. So today we're working on 4 main meridian lines for the liver, lungs, spleen and large intestines. So looking to bring balance, remember if you're wanting more of a restorative option, you can always use some pillows or props, blocks, anything that you may have to rest the body on. Just remembering to stay with your breath, in and out through your nose. And then just paying attention to how your body feels. So just note, every day you get on the mat, you'll feel completely different. Another way you're able to modify slightly is walking your hands over towards the right side slightly. That's only if you feel like having a deeper stretch through that extended leg. of staying with the natural rhythm of your breath. We're going to begin just to take 5 mindful breaths, not rushing in any way. And then once you've completed those 5 breaths, depending on where you are, just take your time. We're just going to begin to ground down through the hands. Just trying to find that nice long spine. And then gently draw that right leg in, depending on which version you're taking. So we're going to come onto the opposite side. So wherever you are, if you're on the pelvis, you're just going to swap legs. So on your next inhale, extending out through that left leg. So you can either have the feet flat facing forward or flexed feet. So whatever feels good for your body. So the knee should be facing forward if you've taken the kneeling option. So we're going to lengthen through the spine on your inhale and then exhale, folding forward. So again, we're working the lymph node on the opposite side. So flexing that extended foot will give you a deeper stretch through the back of the legs. But then we can also work the lymph node. So again, just finding your edge. So we come to your edge, you gently ease off, then it's stillness and time. So this practice, the hardest part, as we know, is keeping the mind at bay. It's a practice that takes you inward. That's why sometimes having music can be nice to allow you to let go of the mind chatter. Again, you shouldn't have any pain through the knees. If you do, you just need to modify into Janu Shashasana, so that means coming onto the pelvis, drawing right leg or heel in towards the groin. So just take your time over the next couple of minutes just to deepen, and then when it feels okay for you, you may even want to walk the hand slightly to the middle towards that extended leg for a deeper stretch. Remember, no force. Maybe just taking a moment to scan the body, just to notice how you're feeling today. If you find any areas that may be holding on tension, just think relax. Just allow the body to surrender, not holding on. So just noticing if you can go that little bit deeper. You may want to walk the hands towards the center or just staying where you are. So just honor your body. No pain. And again, we'll begin with 5 breaths. And slowly, no rush. And then on that final breath, we begin to lengthen out through the arms, pushing away from the ground. So we bring ourselves back to center. And then just taking your time, we're going to draw that left leg in towards the center. So whichever version, we'll take our time just finding our tabletop. So just spreading the fingers nice and wide. And just gently, just so we can release just through the front area. On your exhale, we're going to make some big circles. So coming forward over the wrists and then just back slightly. It's just big circles. You may even want to just come backwards and forwards. It's completely up to you. So we inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale as we deepen. So your choice, big circles. You might want to stay a little bit longer with the legs lengthening. And then back in the opposite direction if you've taken the circles. So just finding just some release. And then we're going to come back to our tabletop. Okay, so you can either take the legs into a child's pose. We're going to come into a thread the needle. So it depends on what version that you would like. So you can either stay here in our tabletop or knees out. So just gently on your inhale, whatever version you're in, you're going to raise that right arm. And then on the exhale, just gently threading it under that left arm. So whatever version feels good for you, you can always modify by taking a blanket under you, using a bolster, a block under that right shoulder. Just really concentrate on finding length through that right arm. So you're really finding a nice twist and then softening through your legs. So if you can, resting your head or right cheek down on the ground. And you're always welcome to bind that left arm behind the body or out in front. So just taking whatever option feels good for you. So just allow the body to relax as much as possible. So here again, we get to work on just movement of the internal organs. I know it sounds lovely, but it does help with flushing out the organs. Good for our immunity to get things working at optimal. So again, let's take 5 breaths just so you can gently ease your way out. You can stay longer, catch up when you like. And just gently, we begin to, once you've completed your breaths, grounding down through that left hand, pushing up as we raise that right up overhead. So we just neutralize the spine and exhale. So grounding down the hands, whatever version you're in, whether you're in your child's pose or tabletop. So let's, when you're ready, we inhale, raise that left arm, and on your exhale, threading left under the right, and then just finding your position that's comfortable. So you'll notice that when you're in the child's pose version, you're also working quite deeply through the hips, the inner legs, the inner thighs. So taking the right arm in a bind if you like, or out in front of the body. So we inhale as we lengthen it, exhale as we find our position, and then just gently relax. So just modify if you need to. Ease out. Or just adjust to your body and how you're feeling today. Remember, it is quite intense when your legs are in child's pose or balasana, or the wide leg. Just scan the body, notice again where tension may be held. So maybe beginning at the head, and then the neck and shoulders. And as you make your way down the body, as you breathe out, just surrender the body, softening with the breath, just letting go. Again, we're going to take our 5 breaths. Just in your own time, just so you're not feeling rushed. And you're unbinding, if you have that right hand, we press down away from the ground, and as we inhale, raising up through that left arm, so we reset the spine and we release. So grounding down through the hands, whatever version you're in. So we're going to meet in our tabletop. So from here, let's just make sure that we've got our alignment. So hips over the knees. We spread the fingers wide. And we're going to begin to first inhale, lengthen the spine. And then when you're ready, just beginning to walk the hands forward. We're going to take the hands towards the corners of the mat. So we're coming into our puppy pose. So taking the arms wider than you usually would. And just remembering you can either dip through the spine or lift up. So the arms would be how they would be in your downward facing dog. So trying to keep a nice long line from the tips of the fingers all the way up towards the shoulders. So the head slightly falls. We're keeping the hips square to the front, the shins nice and square. And then just stay with your breath. You can modify by placing the body to rest on a bolster or blocks. And options to increase, if you ever felt like it, would be placing the hands on blocks. So you'll lift it up a little higher, taking the head towards the ground. So just stay with your breath in and out through your nose. And just come into child's pose if you feel any discomfort. And then just come back to it. So no force. And just remember it can be quite strong on the shoulders, so just work with what feels comfortable for your body. Just ease out if it's too much. And just come straight into Balasana, child's pose. You're just going to stay for 1 more minute, so just find your comfort. Stay with your breath. Just continue to find your rhythm. No force. And let's just begin to ground down and nice and slowly just begin to walk your hands back to your tabletop, and we may just for a few moments taking the knees wide into our child's pose if you like, or you can take them together and take the arms alongside the body. So you can either take forehead down onto the ground or a cheek. Just take the palms to face upwards, just some release through those shoulders, or relief, I should say. And just notice the subtleties through the arms and the spine. So after really lengthening out, creating space through the spine. And now it's just flooding with energy, nutrients. So from here, I'm going to begin to transition into our downward facing dog. So just gently on your inhale, just making your way up onto knees. We'll take the hands down into our tabletop. So spreading the fingers nice and wide. And then on your exhale, just tucking your toes under. And we'll just come into just a gentle version of our downward facing dog. So pushing away from the ground, feet at hip width. And just maybe even just pedaling out through the legs. So just finding just some nice movement. So our neutralizing pose. And then we're going to begin to transition. We might just stay in here for a little bit longer. So just grounding down through the hands. And just gently in your own time, beginning to raise or point the toe of that right leg. And then we just take it towards, so right knee towards right hand, dropping the right hand down, and then extending out through that left leg. So it's important to try to keep the hips forward and that back leg extended, so nice and long. So again, you can place a blanket or a block under the right hip if it's raised and uncomfortable. But if not, just finding your comfort. So before we come down, we're going to neutralize through the spine. So stretching out through the arms on the inhale. And then on your exhale, finding your first version. So you may want to lean up on a block or your bolster if you like. So on your exhale, just finding your 50% if you like. So the other option would be if you are wanting a deeper version, you can take that right leg, bringing it closer to the front of the mat will increase the intensity. So just whatever feels good today. You'll notice if we work more on the hamstrings, you'll be able to go deeper into this posture. Just make sure that left leg is extended nice and long. And just remembering to just let go of the thoughts that come into mind. So just not paying too much attention, just acknowledge and then just let it go. Maybe just bring your attention to the sensations in your body. You are welcome to just keep deepening in this version of your pigeon, or you're welcome to even bend through that left leg and then taking that right arm on the inhale forward and then round to take hold of that left foot. So you're working the quads as well. So you can squeeze on the exhale. So whatever version you're feeling like this morning. And you may only want to stay here for a few moments and then just return back to your pigeon. So returning back to your pigeon whenever you like. You can stay in that modified version, your choice. Just notice how much the body deepens a little bit more over time. So noticing now, as opposed to the beginning when you first got into the posture, how much deeper you're able to go now as you soften through the hips. And you use the breath to allow you go deeper. No pain. And we're going to begin taking 5 breaths. If you are in the modified version, you may want to extend out nice and long through that left leg. And then once you've completed that last breath, on your inhale, you push down through the hands and begin to walk the hands back towards the legs. So taking hands just under the shoulders, lengthening out through the spine. Relax through your shoulders. And let's begin to transition. So we'll tuck left toe under and then begin to push away from the ground as we lift that right leg up, finding our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, pedal out through the legs. And we'll go opposite side. So when you're feeling ready, let's just begin to raise that left leg this time. And on your exhale, taking that left knee towards left hand. Before we allow all the weight to go in the body, you find that extension through that right leg. And then you may even want to just draw yourself slightly onto the left hip as you adjust that left leg. So just find your comfortable position, whatever that may be. So taking your props if you like. So we'll ground down through the hands first. Just find that length through the spine. Relax your shoulders. And then on your exhale, just finding your edge. So wherever that may be, just taking your time over the next 3 minutes. So taking a blanket or block under the left hip if you need to. And just ease your way in through the breaths. So if you find that the mind keeps wandering off away from your practice, and just bring it back to the sensations in your body, or the sound of the music, whatever helps you. Allow the hips to soften. So just remembering as you exhale, let go of the weight of the body, let go of the tension in the muscles. And just allow yourself to surrender, surrendering completely. When we allow ourselves to surrender, We allow ourselves to let go of what's stored in the body. If on the other side you decided to take the modified option, you may want to just ground down through your forearms first, and then on your inhale, bending through that right leg, and then we take that left arm forward on the inhale, and then on the exhale, taking it back to take hold of that right foot if it's in your practice. And then just taking your time to increase the intensity by drawing the right heel towards the buttocks. And maybe you just like to keep it extended. So remember, only staying there as long as you feel. I'm sorry if you can hear that knocking. So just making sure alignment-wise that the hips are parallel to the front of the mat. And that's why we generally use props under the hips to keep a nice balance. And definitely having that back right leg nice and long. That's why that left heel in towards the groin or a deeper stretch would be extending it more so the left shin's parallel Well, that's what you may want to aim towards, but it's definitely not for everybody. So let us again begin taking our 5 mindful breaths just to prepare ourselves to ease out really gently and slowly. So after our 5th breath, we just begin to ground down through the hands. And then on your inhale, pushing as we lengthen through the arms, walking them back towards the body. So we neutralize the spine first. Relax the shoulders. And then on your exhale, let's just gently roll our body or rock our body, I should say, onto the left side, and then taking that right leg all the way around. So we're going to come onto the spine now. So if you've got socks or anything you need to pop on, if you're a little bit cold, we're just going to gently begin to lie down on the spine. We'll just neutralize just by taking the feet out towards the edges of the mat, knees together, palms facing downwards, and just nice and slowly, just sweeping the legs from side to side. So we inhale, as we exhale, we sweep the legs across. Just nice and slowly, and as you sweep the legs across, push the lower part of the spine into the mat as we massage. So we're working on massaging the spine and neutralizing as well with the twist. So anytime we generally do a forward bend or a back bend, we neutralize with a twist or just lengthening the spine as we do in our downward facing dog. And then let us just gently draw knees towards the chest, just rocking from side to side just so we can get the upper part of the spine, and just massage gently, rocking from side to side. And then we're going to prepare for our Shavasana. So you may want to take your bolster, just get nice and warm. Get your blankies. And we'll just continue just to breathe nice and gently in and out through your nose. And just relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing your cheeks, your eyes, all the little muscles around your eyes. Your jaw, your lips, And just allow the tongue to gently rest on the roof of the mouth or back behind the teeth. Just relax the face completely, your forehead, the back of the head, and allow that sensation of calm and relaxation travel down the back of the neck and the throat, along the tops of the shoulders to the shoulder blades. Just feeling the connection of the shoulder blades being held by the ground below you, just pressing gently on the mat. Feeling that sensation travel down the arms, the upper arms to the elbows, all the way down to the wrists, the hands, to each finger, thumb. Allow the arms just to fall back behind the body, as if you're being held as you completely surrender. Allow the muscles of the back to soften, creating length and space through each vertebrae. Softening the sides of the body, the chest to the belly. Allow the pelvis to sink down into the mat. Feeling that flow of softness through your upper legs, shins, calf muscles, to the ankles, grounding the heels, and feel that softness through the bottom and tops of the feet, to each toe. I sit on the cushion and watch my thoughts. How strange this world that I concoct, full of worry, danger, details, and possible scenarios that never actually play out. The mind is engineered for this, for solving problems, listing differences, casting about for things to fix. Though it can bind me as effectively as rope and leg irons, I couldn't do without it. And yet, there's also this, within, behind, or deeper than the surface mind. There's something vast and unified, where first and last are not opposites, but equal partners on a path so powerful it can't be tamed or grasped. There is peace so unmoving, it embraces both reality and pain, There is the stark truth that nothing's on the mind's to-do list is important enough to lose touch with what is essential. Peace and problem solving are not mutually exclusive. It's up to me to recognize the potential for judging neither as wrong or as right. After all, the whole spectrum is contained in a single ray of natural light. Envisioning, just as you breathe in through your nose, just newness, health, positivity, happiness. And as you exhale, envision leaving the feet or leaving through the feet anything negative, anything that's worrying you, maybe the things that are going on at the moment, just letting go of any of that weight that's stored in the body. So inhale newness and just exhale whatever you don't need. Staying with that mantra, just filling your body with happiness and health. Our minds are very powerful in determining if we're feeling unwell or if we're healthy. So the more we manifest happiness and health, the more we draw that to ourselves. When you're feeling ready to, without interruption to your body, just begin to bring your new self back to the room. Maybe just deepening your breath. Maybe even bringing a smile to your face as you take that deep breath in. When you're feeling ready, you may want to bring some gentle movement to the fingers or the toes. And then just either lengthening out through the legs or hugging knees in towards the chest. Just bringing yourself down to your favorite side. As you just take a moment to give thanks to yourself for arriving on the mat for your practice. And then when you feel ready to, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat. And we'll take the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart. And we'll finalize our practice with one round of Om if you'd like to join me. So we'll inhale to Om, so inhale. And we take the hands to eyebrow center and bow forward to our internal selves. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, may there be peace, may there be peace. Namaste.